guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you guys some talk about toxic people in your life, how to identify them, how to determine whether or not those people should actually be a part of your life, and what to do about it. So before we dive into this video, make sure you grab you guys self a cup of joe, because it's Sunday morning here and I'm like a cup of joe and over here. I thought it very strange, but grab your favorite mug, get some coffee, sit down and enjoy this video on toxic people. But before you do that, make sure to like this video, subscribe down below if you want to join the Sharway crew, and of course comment down below any questions, any thoughts, any feels you guys feeling. With that said, let's dive into today's video. Alright, so today I want to share with you guys toxic people. This is a huge thing for most people. We all have those people in our lives that are not serving us and they're not doing good by our mental health. This has been a huge thing for me this entire past year of identifying somebody who's not serving me and not serving my mental health. And it can be sometimes a friend, sometimes just an acquaintance, sometimes a coworker, and even sometimes a family member, which has been a personal experience for me in a struggle of toxicity and things that are not healthy for me. So whatever that is for you, just identifying that. So really identifying, if you can think of somebody specifically who is not, I say not serving you, and I know people get funny about this not serving you word. I had a friend who I told this exact scenario to, and she said not serving. She's like, why are we serving people? And it's not necessarily meant like that. It's meant as, are they bringing something to your life? Are they inspiring you? Are they motivating you? Are they supporting you? Are they understanding you? It's more so about, when I say serving, it's like, are they adding any benefit to your current life, to your mental health, to who you are as a person? Often it's identifying whether or not you're just sitting with a person and they're talking about something and you're sitting there like, what am I doing here? Why am I wasting my time with this person? We are not on the same page. We do not have the same beliefs. We do not have the same values. We do not understand each other. And it might be one-sided. They might be like totally like, oh my God, I love being around you. You're the greatest person ever. And you're like, what am I doing sitting here? And that's totally okay. So that's the whole point of identifying whether or not a relationship is serving you. I have friendships that I find like people are very drawn to my energy, drawn to my, like the brand that I have and what I work towards, and they find me inspiring. But I often find that those people are the ones that are trying to suck all of the energy out of me, and I'm not actually getting anything out of the relationship. So I think it's very important to find people that really, like, you can pull back and forth. So it's like they give you something, you give them something, and it's like this kind of this like tug of war of a friendship or a relationship where you're actually getting something out of it instead of just being sucked completely dry. So that leads me into my second tip of, is the relationship really giving you what you need? Sometimes breaking it down even just to like, how do you feel in that moment? How do you feel in that relationship? Is it actually serving your mental health and serving you as a person? If it's not giving you anything and you're not actually receiving a single thing out of the person that you're spending this time with, then what's the point? Why are we wasting our time when we have, like, time is so limited and our resources are so minimal and we have so little time on this world, so little time here, that why waste a single minute of it with people that don't fulfill you and excite you and make you a better person and make you happy? Why? What's the point? So then this moves into the third part, where you start to actually fight your head versus your heart. So sometimes the person that is not serving you is often the person that you have so much love for, that you have an immense love for. And it can be extremely hard. It can be so hard to be like, I love this person because like on like a forever basis, they've been in your world. And it can often be hard to be like, I love this person so much, but I have to listen to my head because my head is telling me that they are affecting my mental health and that we are not in the same place anymore. And sometimes you have to learn to listen to your head over your heart. And I know that sounds contradictory because everyone's like, listen to your heart because love will lead you, blah, blah, blah. And do whatever you think is right. But in my personal experience, if I led with my heart and led with loving somebody over what they're actually doing to my mental health, then I would still be associated with that toxic person. So really trying to separate those two and trying to define, like, is this love a healthy love, or is this just a love that I've always known, versus is this person affecting me in so many negative ways that it's actually hurting me and it's actually causing damage in my life. So trying to really understand both sides of that and really knowing whether or not you can separate that love from that person. Because my personal belief is that when you love yourself enough and when you spend the time investing in yourself and who you are and you sit in that person, which is you, when you spend that time, you don't have space for all of the fucking bullshit, pardon my French, but all of that toxicity. You look at it and you're like, I love you, but you suck. And that's okay. And that's okay. I spent the last year dealing with this, and I'm in a place where I haven't really dealt with the problems and I haven't really faced the music, but I have had to cut that person out because they were literally sucking my mental health dry. And when you don't have the same ideals and the same beliefs around how you should treat people, and the behavior of how you treat people and how you treat each other is not the same, it can't work and it can't be. And that moves me into my next part of this discussion, is being okay with your decision. And it might not be a fully okay, because I know there's days where I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I need to deal with this and I need to talk about it and I need to have that conversation. But I haven't found the gumph to do it because it's painful, and that's okay. Everything that you feel, whatever you feel about whatever person, it is okay to feel that way. Screw the societal, like, you should never fight with family, or you should never cut people out, or you should never be mean. All of that stuff, just throw it out the window. Like, this pressure of how our lives should look and how we should be is so stupid and so bullshit. And I'm so tired of hearing that you have to mend fences and you shouldn't fight with family and yada, yada, yada. That life is hard and that's just the way it is. And whatever decision you make about toxic people and cutting those people out, be okay with that decision. Because if anything was to happen to them, you have to be okay with that decision. And be okay that you're not associated with them anymore. And that can be sometimes the hardest part, is accepting how you feel and then honoring how you feel by carrying through it, and then also being okay if anything was to go south. So this is not an easy conversation. It's not a fun conversation about toxic people, but it is so important to value yourself above everybody else. Doesn't mean don't be kind and don't spread kindness and love to the people around you, but it means being really honest with yourself and being really in love with yourself, because you are the most important person in all of this, and you have to protect that part of you and your mental health and your sanity. So that is my splurge on splurge. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's my rant on toxic people, how to cut them out of your life, how to identify with it, how to be okay with it, all of that stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be kind to yourself, take care of you, and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys so, so much. Bye, guys.